Right, good morning, team. We are all well. Just checking our bits and pieces. Hopefully, we're not too bad. We're a little bit crooked. Let's just straighten ourselves up slightly. Oh, I'm going to come this way. It's a tad. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, that's a better frame. Apart from the shadow of the bloody monitor and the light outside, but we're good. Very good. Right. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever we are. Robro's in the chat. Good to see. Right. So today, I've got a little bit of clearance from my surgeon from my hernia. He said I can do a little bit more, so that's good. So I wanted to talk a little bit about dynamism. I don't even think it's a word, right? But last week, when I think in the chat we had people saying, "It just looks what you're doing just looks really smooth, right? It just looks, the motion." And I think that's what we've got to realize, that when we're on the machine, it's a dynamic movement. Okay, so we have to make sure that we're trying to sequence all of these parts of our body into one movement. Okay, we can't solely focus on just being trying to be really strong with the legs and holding the core to get that power. We have to be able to create that, right? But we're using this motion as we drive ourselves back to create that speed of the flywheel. Okay, and remember that that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create that speed of the flywheel, because that's what our numbers are. Okay, the faster we move that flywheel, the better numbers we have. Okay, it's simple. Okay, and if we think about that in terms of this, that if we can create that motion by using all of this, right, every piece of it in a really nice sequence, that's how we're going to get our speed. Okay, and I know it's difficult because it's obviously something that has to be trained. Um, we need to understand it and get the functionality of it. But if we can really start to think about this movement of what we're doing, and then not being so focused on really trying to make the machine move, and then forgetting about this dynamicness of what we're trying to do. Okay. And hence why today we'll go up in the ratings, because rating is very good to create that dynamic movement. Okay, because we have to move. Okay, and we are keeping that flywheel spinning. So that is one of the keys, because once we get up around the sort of that 26 rating, the ratio almost feels like it's a 1-to-1. Okay. Not, it feels like it, not that it is. Okay. But when we're at 20, we drive and then we take this time forward, and then we drive and we take this time forward. And that's what slows the flywheel down and requires power and energy from ourselves to get it moving again. And when we get up to this 26, all we're trying to do is continue that movement on. We don't need to think about having to add like more power or be stronger every stroke. We just need to use the energy that we start to get it to a certain point, and then we want to refine that energy to make sure that we hold it there and we tap it a lot. Okay. So today is really focused around that. And as you'll see, we'll start off reasonably easy, getting that motion, just getting ourselves into a nice rhythm. Okay, with the first set, it's always generally pretty easy. Okay, and then we start moving into some rating. Okay, so 2-minute changes, 20 to 24, then we go 22 to 26, then we go 24 to 28. Okay, so we're over halfway through the workout, and then we're going to do 1-minute changes for the last 2 sets. Okay, so with these last two, we really want to think about, as we increase that rating. Okay, it's going to be like a gradual increase. Okay, so don't. It's a hard one to sort of get your head around slightly, but don't solely focus on the speeds all the time. Okay, have a look at it every now and again, but focus on our rhythm. Be more focused on the rating and your movements. Okay, because the numbers that you start here and the numbers that you start here will be different. Okay. And that's what we're trying to find out, is how we can get through to here. Now, if we go too hard at the start, or we cook ourselves, you might find that it's either a very small gap, or you might be like, Jesus, I blew up, I didn't get any change. Okay. And that shows that we're not moving well enough or efficiently enough to keep that speed on for the increase. Okay. And then we just do the same again down the bottom. We start at 25. Okay. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, bang. Okay. So that's the core fundamentals of today. Okay. That's what we're trying to achieve today, is really look for this dynamic movement and this rhythm that can create a continuous motion of what we're doing. Okay. Using the body, getting the sequence going. Okay. We'll really focus on it in these first 2 or 3 of just being able to sit back through that stroke. We've got to, as you get better and better through your own technique and stuff, we have to really start to think about, as we're driving, we're driving this whole thing backwards. Okay. And I think that's what maybe holds some people back, is that we're still too focused on this. Like, I've got to be really strong here, and I've got to push here really hard, and then I go right, which is the disjointedness around the movement. Whereas if we can think about really trying to engage ourselves here and then push, and as we're pushing, just letting things come back through the middle. Okay. Yes, there is. You can't, if we start here too soon, okay, we lose that ability to have that dynamic movement with the body. But if we can come through here and just really let ourselves almost, and as I say all the time, right, you come from this compressed position here, right, to feel like you're sitting in the couch at home, right, feet up on a little stool. That's what we're doing, right? We're sitting back into the couch. So think about that as we're going along, that we're able to do that with our body. And one thing that I've been going on about probably for the last 6, 8 weeks, probably a couple of months, is that we really do have to think that when we're driving, okay, through here, that if our core is so tight, or our tension in our body, that we can't take a breath in, okay, we're probably over tensing our, trying to stabilize ourselves. Okay. So if we can think about just really thinking about this hang, and all of this body being elastic, and just really leaving the arms out long as we drive ourselves. Let's think about that as we go along today. Okay. Uh Perfect. Okay, let's most people, um Ashley's got some calories to work off today. Great. Early Thanksgiving. Oh, I feel like I have Thanksgiving every single day. So let's just remember, as we start off here in the warm up, just move really loosely, and just let this body dictate our length. Okay. As we start off, just move freely, let the legs, over this first sort of 40 seconds to a minute, the more flexibility comes from just us letting ourselves come forward a little bit more each time, just slowly stretching. Okay. And it's a common thing with, you know, we shouldn't have to sit there and do big stretches before we sort of jump on the machine. Okay. Be dynamic with getting like this. Okay. And it's obviously something you take away and do in your own time. But we're better off to be moving now, getting slowly and further to length. Okay, so if you notice the first couple of strokes, I'm about here. And now that I'm loose, got the muscles working, I've stretched out naturally. Okay. And at the same time, think about this nice, smooth rhythm. As I mention every now and again, if your chain doesn't feel like it's going to whip back into there, and that you can feel the pressure of that speed, buy a new bungee online. Okay, put it in. If you've done it before, it's a one-person job, but otherwise you can have someone there helping you out. All the schematics are online. They'll send them with it. Okay, but that creates the machine doing this work for us. Okay, if we didn't have the bungee, we wouldn't be able to do shit. But we use that, especially at a low rate here, where we can feel our stability around the finish. We release all the tension in the hands and the arms, and you should be able to feel the handle on the inside of your fingers, okay? On the palm side of your fingers. And that's drawing us back forward. Okay? Good. Okay, so as we, in this last sort of 45 seconds here, now just start to think about the energy that you're producing, the pressure of the drive. Okay, do half a dozen more strokes here. A nice hang, really long arm. Last one. Okay, really good. So, what are we trying to achieve today? We're trying to really work on this dynamic movement. Okay, the movement through the drive, back out, and keeping it continuous. Okay, not thinking about getting to the front and trying to make the flywheel go from 0 speed again. Okay, we're trying to get back to the front, be smooth around the turn, and keep that flywheel spinning. Okay, as we get up into those ratings. And if we can do that, if we can hold that hand, we can get that rhythm with the body through the drive. Okay, it creates this inertia. Okay, the inertia around the finish. Because if we come through to here, right, if you were to really drive here, okay, and we're sitting back here, the part of it is that if you just let the hands go, if you let them go real floppy, they'll just go out like this. But of course, we've got the chain drawing us back. So if we can get this dynamic movement here to be the inertia, which is the change of direction, we can feel that drive and only really use that four piece like through here, okay, that creates that movement and then we're back onto it. So we're through here and then we can glide forward, okay, through this rhythm and back to the front. Okay, so we really work on that as that rating gets up, being loose, relaxed on that recovery, let ourselves be elastic coming into the front, okay? Don't worry about the length, okay? Worry about how you're feeling into this position here. Once we get off, make sure we're getting set, 90% set, okay? So that the last part, as the body can't compress anymore, we're there ready, okay? Smooth change, and we'll keep it moving, okay? Perfect. Right, rock and roll time. Rock and roll time. Right. I'll keep that there, make sure the internet's going well. Okay, let's I had a moment there. Okay, select workout. Okay, let's set this up. New workout, intervals time. Okay, let's rank that up to 6 minutes set time. Scroll across. 1 minute 30 rest time. Okay, just leave that flashing on that 3 for a second. We'll make sure everybody's on board. Okay, let's press that checkbox. Get ourselves ready. Jeez, need to clean the old knees. What happens when you're renovating? Need to wear my knee pads. Okay, right, here we go. So first one at 20, 22, 3 minutes of each. Are you ready? Go. Okay, so at this 20, let's just think about the patience. Okay, the, the relaxation coming forward. Because we're at a lower rate, we are going to feel that, I guess, weight, that resistance here off the front, because that flywheel is slowing down. But this is a really good chance to feel this motion with the body. We can set ourselves up in this first couple of sets, really work on getting this motion right for the rest. Okay? Elastic. Think about our chains being nice and parallel. And really good. Feel the motion. Feel the hand. And remember, long arms. Feeling the stretch through here. Okay, not up here. If we feel it getting a bit tight, we don't quite have our arms as our appendage, right? They're just arms just hanging there. And then the legs and body drive back, and the handles will come to us. Okay, we shouldn't have to think about the drawer, okay? Nice, okay? Think about that one motion. Legs driving the body back. Good. Okay, really smooth. Listen to your machine, gives you feedback. Okay, up 2. Now, 22. Can we just move quicker? Hand speed's moving faster. We've given it a little bit more speed on the drive. Hey, this is good. One speed forward. Okay. Feel the changes in the pressure in your feet from that foot strap to then feeling the pressure directing to the balls of your feet. Okay. Now, nice hang. Nice easy breathing. Good. Good rhythm, good momentum. Nice long arm. Leave them out long. Press away. Nice elasticity. Okay, just let the seat glide. When we get this body momentum coming forward around the finish, and all we need to do is just let the seat come up while being, think about an imaginary string here connected to the handle of the seat. Okay, from here, they move the same speed. Okay, one speed. And nice and flat. The pressure, move take up around the front. Okay, lovely. Going to admire my handiwork. Not bad. So keep thinking about what we're trying to do. Okay, we're trying to keep everything moving. So think about this speed of the hands around the finish as we come forward. Okay, think about these connecting points that I talk about. Okay, once we get our hands out over here and come forward, this and this is pretty much the same. Okay, as we come into here. Okay, the handle might just move a little bit more as we elasticate ourselves into the front. Okay, but if we feel ourselves seat going and then the handle's doing a big movement, no. Okay, same with on the drive is these 2 points here. If we feel the seat feel like it moves quicker than the handle, we might be losing a little bit. If it feels like it's coming back towards the seat a little bit too much, we might be just using the body a little bit soon. Okay, just a little bit soon. So take the references from your machine as we move into this next one. Okay, 2 minutes at 20, 22, and 24. Here we go. Okay, so that 20 again. We've got plenty of time on this recovery, so we can be a little bit over exaggerated with the setup. Hands out over the knees, starting to draw the body forward. And good. With more time on the drive. Okay, the drive time is lower because the flywheel is revolutions are slow. Okay. Let's feel the stretch from as we're pivoting forward, the arms feeling like they're stretching under here. Okay, under, not up and over like that. Okay. That allows those arms to be out in front of us. Think about looking at a point on that housing as we go in, and even put a little mark there. It's a tape. Okay, think about our symmetry. We're rolling forward. Right, up 2. Now, the handle speed. Drive speed, handle speed. And remember, that's how we get the rate, is by moving everything quicker, not just driving faster or going up the slide quicker. All the parts have that 5% extra. Okay? Good. With patient hand. Smooth rhythm. Okay? Really metronome it. You want to try and make this rhythm feel like it's on repeat. Now, I know we're trying to make changes, but we shouldn't be feeling like everything feels like a completely different stroke time and time again. We'll try and mold them together to get our individual rhythm. Okay? Very much like running. Everybody runs differently, but it's always moving. You don't see someone with a faster right leg than a left leg. And that's what we're trying to do here. Okay? You think about this breathing again. Get ready to move up. Okay? Up here, hand speed, up 24. Now, remember, don't think about working harder. Just feel like we've got to add a little bit more speed, a bit more zing in the leg. Okay? Good. Here it is. Here are these handles getting drawn through with the body swing. Start feeling that inertia. Okay? Use these foot straps for what they're there for. Okay? Swing, engage the core, inertia around. Need a bit of help from those foot straps to bring ourselves forward, to start the process of the recovery. Okay? Think about our sequence. The legs are driving this body. This handle could feel like a lawnmower. We're increasing the speed of it. Okay? We're not trying to be super powerful at the front and not having to accelerate. Okay? Look at the handle. Does it accelerate to you? Okay? Nice couple. Nice. Okay? Real good. Okay, so now we're starting to get some rate into the legs. First, as I say, when we're doing any sort of sets, like apart from flat out high intensity, like anaerobic sort of training, it's good to work into it, right? First set, getting loose, getting steady. Second set, starting to put some things into practice. Okay, these sets here, These are what we want to really focus on. Okay, so let's think about it as we start off here. We're starting off at 22. Let's get a nice rhythm going, get this momentum, this motion. And then as we go through these different ratings, just remember what we're trying to do. Okay, we're trying to be dynamic with our movement, with this inertia, which is allowed to happen through this drive. And we're going to just repeat that. We're going to just keep the flywheel spinning. We're going to tap it along. Okay, firm. 22. Now, okay, nice. Let's get a nice elastic length to start. Okay. Smooth. Feel the hang. Dynamic movement of the body. That's good. Okay, so as we come into this catch, we're letting that body suffer with its compression. Okay, here. So think about that. Think about that momentary piece right there where we have to stop and change direction. Okay, and as you feel that, feel the pressure on the feet, feel the elasticness in the arms. Okay, and then feel the press off the front. Okay, press ourselves back. Okay, don't muscle it and try and be strong. Press the acceleration of the body from that front through the drive. Okay, if we leave these arms out long, feels like a whip, right? We come whips into us because the arms are catching up to us towards the finish. Okay, right, 24. Feel the acceleration now. Good. We've got that extra leg speed. Extra momentum. Good rhythm. Okay, lovely. And we're just sitting on top of this flywheel. We've got our speed, whatever we've got here. Okay, let's just maintain it. Think about maintenance. Can we actually feel like we maintain it with less energy? Okay, we're still working, but it's about our clarity, about our efficiency. Okay, good. Remember, it's about our speed. Hang. Feel the feet. Feel the core. Down the finish. Flat draw. And we literally release the tension. Okay, right. Up two with acceleration. Now, okay, be elastic. Handle speed. Good. A nice rhythm here. Okay, let's get into this momentum, dynamicness through the drive. Brush the body. Okay, open the mouth. Good. 10. Swing. One movement. Sitting back. Through the drive. Arms are just a connector. Good. Nice rhythm. Okay, hold that. Relax the face. Armpit hang. Good. Hold this. Right to the finish. Feet. Neutral. Okay, really good. You see, as we went up to that 26, just got to keep that speed of all our movements going. Okay, we get a good platform at 22, 24. We start feeling that dynamicness, and then the 26, we're pretty much keeping. So we're pretty much keeping the same, not slightly, just a little bit more proportional output, okay, of our physical output, but we're just moving quicker, okay? Let's keep that in mind. Don't think, oh, from 24 to 26, I have to feel it significantly more powerful, okay? Just think about transferring that thought process into the speed, creating the speed in the legs, okay? Feeling the motion of the body, the speed through with that drive in the body, okay? And as that leg speeds up, obviously the body speed comes with it as well. Okay, here we go. Right, 24. Remember to just start elastic. Don't have to go right out to length. Let the body get us out there over that first 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, there we are there. Okay, let's start off with this hand. Long arms. Maybe under the armpit. Okay, good. Really good. A nice motion. Okay. Feet comes under. Got a nice position of our body as we get that last little bit of compression here. Okay. The head's in a nice position. We're relaxing the shoulders. I'm feeling the drive. driving the body back. Muscle groups working together, okay? Up to 26. Now, be elastic on the change as well. And when we get there, we can hold with the hand. One smooth drive. Remember that. Don't feel like you have like a second movement. Try and feel like once you've got this take up, with one motion to the finish. Okay? Nice and flat. Elastic arms. Good. Okay? Keeping this flywheel moving. Okay? Coming in. Picking the speed that it's already traveling. Okay? Good. Okay, really lovely. Okay, breathe. That's the face. Right, 28. Feel that extra rhythm. Here we go. Now, okay, flywheel speed. There it is. Now we hold it. Tap it along. We're coming in at one speed. Body compress. Hang out of it. Nice. Okay, metronome. Good. Okay, hold this motion. Feel the hand. Rhythm. Sit back with the body. Lead start to drive. Body gets driven by the leg. Arms out long. Leave them out there. Feel like you push away from them. The hand's going to hold them. Good. Okay. Okay. Right. First taste up at the top rates. Okay, breathe it out. Okay, good. So, with this next one, as I mentioned at the start, get ourselves in a nice rhythm. at that 24, settle into the motion we're trying to create through the drive. Okay, and then every minute, just think about moving that little bit quicker, okay, with a small amount of extra pressure, which can create the drive speed being a little bit faster, okay? 24 to 29, really nice rhythm. Hold it, tap it along, okay? As that flywheel gets quicker and quicker, hold it, maintain it. Okay, here we go. Firm, moving. Now, okay, breathe. The elastic here to start. Nice rhythm, okay? Start with me, hang long arms, push away from the handle. Feel like the handle is left out the front, and we've got our hang grip on it, and it just comes with us. Good. Okay, a little bit of extra movement up one. Now, good. Feel the hand speed. Immerse around the finish. Okay, remember, roll into the front, take up, drive it through. One move. Step back. Right, ready to change the game. Now, 26. Good. Get a little bit more speed of the hand. Breathe with me. Find whatever breathing rhythm. Remember, we should still be able to breathe in on the drive, okay? Otherwise, we're too tense. Okay, hang. With the speed of the seat on the recovery, roll to the compressed position here. Yeah. Right, changing. 27. Now, have a seat. Off the bottom. Okay, flywheel's moving. We're now on top of it. Good, hold. Okay, breathe. Swing with me. Left step. Don't get tense. Right. 28. Now, drive speed, handle speed. Let draw. Okay, next on it. Don't get heavy out the front. We've got the take up, holding the speed of the flywheel. Good. Now maintain this. Breathe. Right. Start change. 29. Now, momentum. Feel that. Hand speed in. Creating the inertia. That's it. Feel that stretch. Armpits. Lats. Okay, hang with me. Push and hang. Body accelerating. Hand holding the speed. Beautiful. Okay, keep moving. See where we started in terms of speed? See where you finished? That's the idea, okay? To gradually move through thinking about how we're doing it and try and maintain the easy speed and the motion, okay? And work on that motion as we go. Okay, last set, 6 minutes, okay? Fatigue setting in, okay? I'm starting to get a bit tired. Just remember, if you're not hitting the rate, don't just frantically move a bit quicker. Take 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 strokes for like here to think about the movement, to find what it should be, okay? Right, here we go. Start elastic, moving. Now, go nice. Okay, breathe into this. Flywheel moving for us now. Feel the inertia. Okay, good. Okay, hang with me. Up 1, 26. Now, okay, we're making the flywheel move by taking back up the speed. Keeping it going. Through the middle. Both feet. Feel the hang, feel the symmetry. Remember, we don't have to have this handle come into the body. Feel like it brushes the body. Not losing any power. All right, 27. Now, good. Work and rest. Try and feel as much relaxation on the slide. Good. Feel the press. Both feet. Handle and seat relationship. 28. Now, feel left at the start. Move the handles. Good. Okay, breathe. Armpit hand. Good. Nice flat draw right through. Brushing around. Okay, flywheel. Remember, stay on top of that. Don't try and work it harder. Stay on top of that. 29. Now, good. Flywheel speed. Open the mouth. Sit back to the drive. Good. Clarity. Composure. Hold the flywheel. That's all we're doing. Okay? Stay on top of it. Move. Transition. Hang through the drive. Last minute. 30. Now. With the speed. Okay, hold the. No pinching the teeth. Open the mouth. Hang. Good. Both feet. Drive the body. Hand speed. Be dynamic. Last few. Okay, keep moving. That's right. Okay. Don't stop. Let's just breathe and move. Okay. Breathe and move. Okay, beautiful team. Okay, those are some pretty intensive sets, okay, especially the last half, those last two especially. Okay, but if we're working on what we're doing in the first part of the workout, then we try, okay, and I'll say that in really commas, try to hold it through to what we were doing there, okay? Now, that's difficult, don't get me wrong, but it's trying to get that fundamental process ingrained into what we're doing, okay? Just press your monitors, just reset that into your memory, okay? You can go back and have a look, see the difference in all your sets, okay? But we'll just, as always, get ourselves under control, okay? We need to make sure we do enough sufficient warm down, okay, to get the body back in control, the heart rate, the blood moving around the body, okay? And then we can start and have a chat, okay? So think about what we were trying to do today, okay? And that last set there, that last sort of 3 minutes, I was reminding you, right, just to keep that flywheel going, keep understanding what we're trying to do, okay? We're trying to use our body's physiology, which is our fitness and our strength, and how it can work under pressure, okay, to keep that speed of that flywheel going for us, okay, as an individual. That's the idea, okay? We're getting up there in rating, but I think if you probably had a few people with heart rate monitors on, I think you'd really see your heart rate climb quite high towards the end of those, okay? And if it is, it's really because it's trying to stay in an anaerobic space, in an aerobic space, rather than flicking over to the anaerobic, which then, therefore, you're feeding on your lactic acid and stuff rather than your carbohydrates. So, being able to hold our bodies and hold our rhythms, and by keeping everything dynamic, okay, keeping that speed through and this handle around, okay, and as we just put a little bit of pressure on now for our warm down, okay, just feel the body weight here. Really jump into these fingers for me, okay, on the handle. Now, at the finish here, when we draw, then just let your arms basically just go flopping. Okay, and your hands are going to jump out in front of you. Okay. Now, feel a little bit of control on that to be able to feel the motion and draw the body over. Okay. Because if we just do this, okay, the hands will go out in front of us. But if we hold the control of the height, then we can control this movement coming forward. Okay. So that's the relaxation around the finish with the draw. Okay, if we do this, okay, we tend to be tight and tense in the muscles, and we stop ourselves at the body. Okay, we're like, and then we almost feel like it's a bounce with our handles. Okay, and that part here, okay, from about there to here, it ain't doing shit. Okay, and it's not helping at all. If anything, it's a detriment because we're using tension up here in our pecs, our chest, our arms to try and pull it into the body. Whereas we've got this hang, we still want to feel the pressure of a draw, okay, which tends to come through like shoulder blades, under the top of the lats, okay, a little bit in the traps. There is a little bit in the arm, but it's more of a draw to finish off what we've created with that body, okay? And then if we draw it nicely, then we can then release the pressure on that inertia, okay? And we can feel the weight in our fingers, or our hands drawing us that way, okay, which then leads us to being able to have this dynamic movement around the finish, okay? We get this dynamicness, we compress there, that inertia, and then because we've probably got less tension in the arms and less fatigue, means that we can come in, we can feel ourselves at the front, okay, there, and then we can get that dynamic drive because we're patient and we're set, we're here with the body, okay, and we can feel that motion, okay, because if you think about it, you should have tension on the fingers that way all the time, okay? Just think about it, okay? There's tension there as it draws forward. We get here. There's tension there as we're driving, okay? And it's coming forward. So hence why how we hold the handle, okay, by having it more feeling with the fingers and less with the grip of the palm, okay, is a better way to think about and to get a feeling from the machine itself, okay? You ripper. Right, can't wait to see who struggled on that one. No one, yeah, everyone's still warming down, which is absolutely fabulous. It's exactly what I was hoping. Okay. Um, so let's evaluate. They're still alive, actually still alive. Nice one, bro. Let's evaluate that, right? And let's think about what we were trying to do today. Okay, we were trying to have a nice rhythm, think about our movement speed, our patience, and everything that was happening. Did we achieve that? I think we did. I did. Okay. Um, did you struggle? Good. You didn't? That's okay. That's even better. Whatever. Okay. But think about what we were doing through there. How did you feel? What made you change something? Okay, like those are the things, and this is where the self-evaluation comes in because you'll be maybe we were in this here and you're like, I really struggled to get it from 26 to 27. I don't know why. Just stayed on 26. It just really didn't go up. Something like that. Okay, but then what did you do? Did you just try and work harder, or did you actually go, fuck, I just need to move a bit quicker? Okay, and understanding, and what did that do to your feeling? What did that do to the rhythm? What did that do to your stroke? All of those little things help you out going forward. Okay. Jamie buzzing after that one. Thought I was cooked at the final. Yeah. 189, Doug. Great. But the thing is with that, Doug, and I'll probably use your example because you threw it out there. Did you still have clarity? Okay, that's the one thing is people go, oh, my heart rate was so fucking high. But if you've got clarity, if you're still like, you know what, I was breathing, I was thinking, I wasn't like this going, like those are the things because what that's doing is it's your body's reaction. And this is where physiology and training comes in because we need to do stuff like that. Okay, which then if you go back and do this in another week, the body will be like, I've been here before. I know how to deal with this. Okay. And that's why physiology and different workouts and how we work them is makes us better. Okay. But remember, whatever we're doing, always think about how we can do it efficiently. Okay. And that's the key. If we start doing things and we're just doing them because we have to, and we're not doing them with good composure or good finesse or the technique that we're trying to do, I've always been a big fan of what we used to call the beneficial rating index. Okay, if it's anything below a 4, 1 out of 10, okay, 10 being 10 out of 10, that was perfect. It's exactly what we needed. If you're absolutely fatigued, if the weather's real shit, if it's anything below a 4, do something else. Do something that's going to get you above that. Okay, which obviously when we were on the water was like, let's jump on the rowing machine. Okay, it's easy. But if it's you or anyone on here now, if you get into that situation, go, I'm tired. I didn't sleep last night. I've been studying hard, or I've got anxiety over this or blah, 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 or I've got blah, work commitments, whatever. Do something different, right? Just do something that's a bit more enjoyable. Sit there and do something less rather than just pumping yourself out. Okay. I had to shorten my recovery on the last set. Yeah, nice. Stayed relaxed, felt good. Good, Doug. The last two pieces were hard. Felt the best on the fourth set for some reason. Pims. Well, that's it. And this is where I find that these ones here are more difficult because, well, apart from the fact that we've already gone up to 28, can be down, is that trying to control ourselves for one stroke per minute is difficult. Okay. Now, may sound really stupid, but it does. That's why we tend to do things in those two stroke rate changes because it's a significant movement speed change. Okay, it's not just like the 1 or 2% or whatever it is in movement speed, right? It's that 5%, 5 to 10%. Move it quicker. Okay, so go from 22 to 24. You have to move faster. Like there's not just like just a little bit to try and get 1 point of rating. Okay, because you've got to think about it. If this whole thing's taking us 2.5 seconds or whatever, you're trying to split that 2.5 seconds over 20 strokes, right? And that's hard to do. Whereas if you're splitting 5 seconds or 6 seconds over that 20 strokes, a lot easier. Okay, because you can move a lot quicker. But these ones here as well, just that steady climb. Work on those pumps, and you'll be good. Good point on the 1 minute. Yeah, and that is that micro increments. You're right, Robo, because of that reason. It's just more difficult, right? And that's why stick to the two, go up, do that. Okay. Right. Okay, team. Sorry for the late start. Well, hopefully won't be a consistent thing, but my boy's bus was a little bit late this morning. Good takeaways from today. Okay, remember what we tried to do, that dynamic movement. Keep working on this dynamicness of the stroke. Okay, one movement in the drive. Okay, let's start to think about, yes, we need to think about the leg press and the engagement of the legs, but as we're pressing, we've got to be pressing this body to open it out, okay, through the stroke. The arms just connecting and holding what's getting done by this part of the stroke. That's all, okay? Let it come in, don't rip it into the body, and then think about this rhythm that we can create, okay? The one speed forward, okay? I can't stress it enough that we can do this and we just come in one speed and we just stop wherever we get to. Okay, as I say, do it to yourself all the time. Come here, come back to where you naturally, don't try and hold yourself up here, okay? Just come up there and there, okay? And that tends to be quite close to the take-up period anyway, okay? So let yourself be elastic, let yourself move really nicely, okay, and really try and feel this movement through the drive, okay? Thanks so much. Really appreciate this weekly session. Still new to these sessions. Good work, Ashley. There's lots more that we're going to do. You'll love them, okay? Go back and there's plenty back in the library. Okay, team, thanks very much. We'll see you guys here next week. More stuff to do. Might even be able to get back into some power stuff next week or whatever. I'll think about it over the week. Stay safe. Have a good rest of your weekend. Great week next week. And we'll see you guys later. Peace out.